Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Knowledge Principles. Tonight's episode is Learning to Block the Tree, which will be the sixth part. And we'll be dealing with Geburah. Bear with me tonight, guys. My internet connection is not good. So I'm going to attempt to get this up because honestly, I have no other way to get it up other than doing a live stream. I can't upload right now, which is why I haven't put out the correspondence in a month for Urban and Folk Legends. They're done. I just can't get them to upload. It's become a little frustrating, but I'm dealing with it. And right now, it's not on me. It's on the internet, our internet provider, to see if they can't figure out what's going on. We're going to give this a shot. I'm going to try to move things right along. And hopefully we can get this through with no interruptions. So if you guys got any questions, I'll answer them at the end. Oh, it's going to be one of those nights. Yep, there we go. Not responding. Like Hangouts is still up. Okay. This is going to be hard. Not being able to monitor Hangouts, which is almost a must. Geburah, divine power or strength. The fifth sphere of the tree of life, the Mars sphere, meaning the destruction of the outworn or negative. The Kabbalistic process compared to the anabolic process of Ches. Geburah is also known as an angel who is the upholder of the left hand of God, identified variously as Gamiel, also Geburah, Geburah, the angel Geburah, Geburah is one of the great angel princes, representing the divine strength, might, and power. He is the chief steward of the fourth hall of the seventh heaven. That's something we're going to get into a little bit too. Everybody knows there's multiple. We've all heard this multiple hells. Oh, there's multiple heavens. We'll touch on that as we reach Keeper. We start dealing with the starry heaven and stuff. The Kabbalistic symbols, the pentagram, the five-petaled tuberose, the sword, spear, scourge, chain, tarot, the fives, magical image, a mighty warrior in his chariot. Elohim Geburah is God's name or power word. And Lena, the radix of red, and there is the red color, pure and scintillating and flashing with flame, which is reflected onto Geburah. The sphere of operation is called Madim, a violent ruling force, and it bringeth fortitude and strength and slaughter. As it were the flaming sword of the avenging God, and it ruleth the sphere of action of the planet Mars. And Elohim Geburah is the Elohim, mighty and terrible, judging and avenging evil. Ruling in the wrath, terror, and storm, whose steps are lightning and flame, Archangel Kamal, the Prince of Strength and Courage. The name of the order of angels is Seraphim, the flaming ones, who are also called the order of powers. The Sephira Geburah is also called Bakal, terror and fear. This was the most difficult one for me in my walking the tree. And I think several people end up getting caught up in this one because this is when we're really interacting, starting learning how to deal with angels. Every time we seek judgment, retribution, justice, we work through this Sephira. But we also work through this sphere when we are in the process of the destruction of the temple, which is, yeah, it can be basically every time you say something, they're going to point out your flaws, your faults, your shortcomings, I don't usually say, your sins. And basically, when they get done with you, 99% of the time, 90% of the time, you do not want to even go any farther with seeking whatever you came there to seek. You got to build a repertoire with them, understanding. You got to be able to judge yourself before you even can judge someone else, before you can seek judgment, because they will judge you for you. They judge you for you. But once you build that repertoire and you learn how to, it becomes a word game. How to properly word things. You learn. The Sephira is what I call like a two-way mirror. It shows you your reflection, your other half. It shows you the areas you need to work on. And for some of us, we just don't like admitting our faults and our shortcomings. We don't like to admit that we need to make some changes. In order to progress any farther in the Sephira, or any doors open up, we have to face ourselves. Just to take that step in the destruction of the temple. Then, when we start walking the tree and we come back, any false realities or ideologies that we had that we haven't let go will be shown to us. Only when we become that shining gem, polished gem, tumbling through the waters as chipping the rough edges away until we're smooth and pristine, will the doors of Geburah open up for us and the mysteries unlock. And for some of us, the Sephira can be a royal king. For me, I'm not going to say here a lot. It was the most difficult one in the whole tree. This is also, and actually, this Sephira is also the reason why most people will not come to Geburah to seek judgment, retribution. They will just go right straight to the Goetia and use them because it's so much easier. You get less grief, less headache. But I don't want you guys to do that. That's not the way it should be done. They have a purpose. Don't get me wrong. There's a purpose there. You need to master Geburah because you can't go any farther in a tree until you do. You need to be owning up to your faults. Because guys, the truth is, as I keep showing you, there's only one tree. So you're not even getting the full effect when you use the Uesha, the seals of Solomon. You're not getting full access. You're not because you haven't opened Geburah up. So therefore, that's why a lot of times things just go awry when you use the Uesha because you're not connected to that sphere. You haven't opened it up, but yet you're trying to by going to that, and you're missing this step. Because even when we start to, there's no difference. Remember, we're dealing with demons. What are demons? They are the fallen angels. So, yep, you're still dealing with an angelic entity. It's just fallen. In a sense, we shouldn't be calling them demons because they're not. They're fallen angels. And yes, they are. They might not act like it. They're more deceptive, but they can be just as self-righteous as the ones we're going to deal with right now. But if there's a purpose for it, because trust me, we don't want anything of our lower selves. We don't want no false ideologies, false beliefs, false scenarios. We want that all chipped away. This is the fear that chips all of it away. Guys, I don't know. I'm gonna have mic issues, like I said, my internet connection's crappy. I'm trying to watch it, but when I go on to read some of my notes here, I'm gonna shy away from it. So just bear with me. There's not much I can do. And this will be the fear that I think most of us will struggle with. Maybe by me breaking this down a bit more before we get into the Qliphoth will help. Like I said, this is a fear where we need to face ourselves, face our false realities. Even through this process, even through the destruction of the temple, we still cling to some false ideologies, false teachings. We haven't completely freed ourselves. So when we enter Geburah, that is where we are being judged. That's where our judgment takes place, our reflection. Then you're going to have to learn how to communicate with these angels because they want you to show them respect. They know you have dominion over them, but at the same time, they want to be treated with respect because you haven't earned their respect. You haven't owned up to your faults and flaws. I was going to say, really? I know my connection's bad, but I'm streaming. Oh, just have to flip over to make sure nobody left any comments. It was saying that I wasn't even streaming. Like I said, guys, this is going to be an issue. I might have to change my time because the worst time it seems to be right now is anytime around 9 o'clock. But as we start building that repertoire with them, we start owning up to our faults and flaws. As we start chiseling away those few rough edges we have, it'll become easier to work within the severe. Now I love working in Geburah because, yeah, like I said, it is a word. You gotta know how to properly word things. You gotta understand. I've stated this before. They don't differentiate between friend, acquaintance, boss, you know, in their eyes, if we let them in, they're in. So, not saying you have to be completely pure. No, you're not looking for purity. You're looking for, before they open these doors of knowledge and wisdom to you, they're looking at you are ready for it. You've been judged, tried, baptized through the fire. In a sense, look at it this way. They have a job to do. Their job is to make sure we're prepared and that we're ready to eventually become the flaming sword in the tree, the one that walks the whole tree, has command of the tree. So it is their job to make sure only those that can pass their test go any further. It is an honor when you can pass their test. Because Now you're reaching. Now, now the sky's the limit. As one would, as they would put it now, you have the left hand of God at your command. Not, not yet your command, but you do, because you have his angels that are this left hand of God at your command. You do have dominion. They're not going to budge until they know you are ready and can be trusted with that knowledge and wisdom. So they're going to be little pricks about it. And they're going to make you feel littler than little. But when you are done, you'll be mightier than mighty, which was my experience after, yeah, it felt like going 12 rounds of Mike Tyson every time and getting beat to a pulp every time. Physically, but you know what I mean. Until it was like you became Mike Tyson. That's what they're trying to teach you. Plus, they're teaching you how to properly word things, how to come, like I don't want to tell you because it's a learning experience that you have to learn on your own. But I'll give you one key word. Love. Remember that word. Learn how to use it. It will make your journey in Geburah so much easier. You will learn so much in Geburah. I mean, I still, to this day, love going there because it just seems an infinite sea of wisdom and knowledge to study. I think it's a good place to go and you know, help cleanse your temple, cleanse your body, cleanse your all these things we're bombarded with. Because they will show you that, oh, hold up, you've got a bunch of stuff going on that you need to fix. It's like always looking into that tool where it allows you to cleanse yourself and purge yourself. So, now let's get on to its opposite, which is called Golachab, the arsonist. Kind of noticing the fire thing here, guys? In the Qliphoth corresponding to the Sephir Geburah, the Kabbalistic tree of life, its name means the burners with fire, and the image of the demons associated with are of enormous black heads like a volcano in eruption. Qliphoth are the shadow of the Sephiroth, chaotic forces that exist when the Sephiroth is out of balance. Geburah is a Sephiroth with strength, which takes away that which is unnecessary in the cosmos, destroys the wicked, fights evil and injustice, and maintains an equilibrium with chess. Loving kindness, however, it is obvious to see that when this force is out of balance, it becomes too destructive and burns that which shouldn't be burned, while the Qliphoth of chess may represent unbridled conservatism. Golachab represents unbridled radicalism entirely, that brooks no opposition, executes all its opponents. Golachab, Hebrew, GBLHB, burners. The Kabbalistic tradition are the Qliphoth or demonic powers associated with Geburah, the fifth sephira of the tree of life. They are called Safel. Their traditional form is that of enormous, hideous head, open mouths like volcanoes, belching smoke and flames. Their cortex is UCL, and archdemon is Asmodeus. Golachab fittingly opposes Geburah, the sephira of the powers of severity, harshness, judgment, as those powers look forth to rule firmly but justly. The Golachab attempt to destroy or burn these powers as well as what is ruled. Possibly it was during this turmoil that evil entered the world as some suspect. The equivalent aspect of Geburah is the most easy to explain of all. It is the chirobatic severity and merciless violence which judges according to biased standards. It is wrath against the wave-like, unpredictable motions of life and creation. Chakmalches, Qliphoth Geburah, is prepared to burn the last seed of life in order to maintain an established structure of form law. The Qliphoth Geburah is called Lahab, which can be translated as the flaming ones. See, this Saphir is, no matter how you look at it, I'm gonna froze up again. As you guys can see, well, maybe, but it's been ridiculous, this internet connection thing. As you guys can see, even a Qliphoth form is nothing nice to play with. We are, after all, dealing with subjects of justice, wrath, vengeance, law, order, anarchy. All of it can be found here. We're dealing with, when we come to acts, we're dealing with tyranny and oppression, dictatorship like forces, each abiding by a law, of that will purge this whole earth with fire, if need be. So here we will find a constant turmoil about, but yet at the same time it must flow freely. That fire must burn is the passion. It is the fuel that feeds our souls, that forces us to see ourselves purified. Sephiras, both. We start unlocking the doors. We start seeing why some of the things in this world is the way it is. Why we have dictatorships. Why we have tyrants. Yet why we also have love, law, peace. Hey guys, I'm sorry. My voice keeps cutting out. I can't control this right now. It's just the way this internet connection is. If I have to come back and redo this video, I will. But like I said, I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload a video here. Like I said, it's a bit ridiculous. It's actually beyond ridiculous. We're paying for high speed internet. yet they can't seem to find the problem. Maybe I'd enjoy some Geburah and petition my case with these guys. And that's the thing. That's how you have to approach Geburah. On either side, you have to petition. Bring your case. It's how you sell your case, how you make them. In a sense, this is, you want to where all your lawyers and judges work at it? You work out of Geburah. Because one, you gotta know how to sell your interpretation. You can't leave loopholes. There's no room for loopholes. They even sniff a loophole, they eat you alive. You have to know. And when you open Geburah, trust me, you'll start understanding when things are happening in this world. You understand you can't live without either or. You have to have both. There is law in both, which is hard to believe, but there is a form of law. As the archdemon Asmodeus, research can be found throughout some of our texts. He can be found within our biblical texts of the Christians. He was bound in the ring of Solomon. And if you actually study it a little bit farther, he took Solomon's place for a time. And like I said, this is probably the most hard for me. It was the hardest to fear because, like I said, when you're dealing with this fear, you're going to be dealing with self-realization, self. You're the one to change. By the time they get up, and that's just both. They both point your flaws out. Because there's actually a few things that you've ever done. You got no love coming from either side. You're dealing with Geburah. And that is an advantage to each of you if you know how to use that. Like I've said some things I'm not going to tell you. Again, when it comes to dealing with Geburah, I can't because you're not me and I'm not you. We've all walked a different life, walked different paths, experienced different things, done different things. So each of our experiences inside Geburah is going to be way different. For me, dealing with the other side was easier, but I didn't get that luxury because that wasn't what I needed to learn. What I needed to learn was this side of the tree. Like I said, there's multiple doors in each Sephira, and within each Sephira is the Qliphoth. They're both inside that Sephira. They both work within, and that alone should tell you that we cannot, I repeat, cannot put labels on things. Everything must flow pure and natural. Trust me. You'll learn this and get quick, or you will not go any farther in the truth if you can't learn that basic concept. Because they are, in a sense, judge, jury, and executioner. They can restrict you from even entering the tree. like I said, we actually start dealing with Geburah when we start our initiations, our first walkings in this path. When we start that destruction of our temple, we are dealing with Geburah judging us in no. We are tested right then and there. So for some, you might want to prepare yourself before you even start with Geburah. Be prepared and don't stop. Maybe if you feel like you've been belittled to your full infinite size, get right back up, learn the lessons they were teaching you, and come back. Keep coming back. As you do, you'll get the courage and strength as this part of this thing. Eventually, you'll get that understanding, that connection with them, and you'll be, and the doors will start to unlock. Trust me, when they do, you'll start seeing things a whole lot different. You'll start seeing people differently. It will make you a better person, no matter what your path you choose. So when they finally unlock the doors for you, you'll see a whole different world before you. You'll see people differently. You'll see them for what they truly are. That is another point of Geburah. We want to see a person, see their faults and flaws, see what they truly are, the person they truly are. We can do it through Geburah. I don't know, some people will get into Geburah and they don't have a problem. Which I think those those ones are a force to be reckoned with to begin with. But so are we once we get that done. We unlock that door, unlock that sector fully. So, if you guys got any questions on this, I will. You guys, I'll be willing to help you answer something. I can't. Like I said, I haven't walked in your shoes, so I can somewhat tell you. This is one of those where, out of the whole Saphira, this is the one that is for you and you alone. This is the one you have to experience for yourselves. My experience will not even cover yours. I can only tell you what I've told you tonight when it comes to dealing with Geburah, which I know sounds like, oh boy, not much. But I'll give you a lot. I'll actually give you a couple keys that'll help you. Guys, you know you hear people talk about spiritual law? Yep, this is a Saphira. This is where spiritual law is. This is where all law is done from. It's in Geburah. You know why we was laughing at some of you guys? I'm telling you guys, you're just gonna fail when it comes to throwing curses at a certain person. Yep, this is why. They actually have final say of your curses, your blessings, everything on spiritual matters, on judging, judgments, justice, love, giving blessings goes through Geburah. Maybe that'll help you understand a bit more why sometimes you just don't get the effect you want because, well, you've been judged. And like I said, these guys don't play nice when they judge you. And it's a good judgment. And sometimes it's a good reality check because sometimes you want more than is truly deserved to a person. And they're going to let you know that. And you will know that. And you will only seek the right amount of justice, the right amount of vengeance, the right amount of wrath, the right amount of love. This is the stepping stone. The Sephira is the stepping stone to becoming the flaming sword within the tree. So don't be afraid to spend as much time as you possibly can in the Sephira. Like I said, come back, keep revisiting, because it's going to help you keep yourself balanced, pure, to let you know when you just way out of line. When you feel that case of megalomania coming on, visit Geburah. Get over and you back down to earth. So get that God complex, get to visit you. This is our checks and balances, so to speak. So now I'm going to end on that note. Hopefully this video picked up everything. I see it froze up a few times. I don't know what it froze up when it froze up when I was reading through some of my notes. Like I said, I'll go back and watch it for this week. Too butchered, I'll come back and redo it, but I can't. Don't know when I'll get to re-upload it. It's that bad. But like I said, next week we will be discussing through the whole tree. We will be discussing chess. I will be discussing that I lost my internet again. Okay, am I back online? Sorry guys, I get dropped. We'll be discussing chess, which is mercy. Mercy. As you can see, they correlate each other. So we have four more to go. We'll, like I said, we'll discuss also. We'll be also discussing the hidden Sephira. I will discuss also the starry heaven, the macrocosm, microcosm, and wrapping it all up. I've enjoyed this series. It's been fun. It's been fun teaching you the right way to walk the truth. Trying to break some of these bad teachings that we've been some people taught me. So, like I said, next Monday we'll be moving on to chess. Wednesday night I will be doing meditation, and I'm probably going to change the time, just because this 9 o'clock thing is becoming a killer. It's been 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock at night. I can barely stay on connected. It's off and on. It's off and on all day, but it seems right now be the worst times. So I'm gonna off my time, change my time. But meditation is Wednesday night. Guys, it's gonna be a little bit different. There's a subject that came up, and it's something that's actually important that you guys really probably need to know about. I touched on it a little bit in my Facebook group. It's pretty much all when I came across it, and I'm gonna get going full depth. Because once more, our community seems to find itself back under attack and persecution. I guess now meditation is something for you to think about. Meditation is now a way is being attacked because it's they saying it opens you up for possession, demonic possession. Basically, I'll break it all down for you. I'll read what the head exorcist of the Vatican said about it. The bottom line is we know why they're doing it because more and more people are going to forms of meditation. So, and everything we do in our cult experience, even working with a tree, we use a form of meditation. So, you guys might want to tune in Wednesday night. Say Wednesday at 7. I've got it scheduled right now for 9, but I'm going to change it to 7. So, like I said, you guys might be something you guys may really be interested in. For those of you guys that normally don't tune into the meditation series. And like I said, I'm thinking about after the walking, learning to walk the tree series. I want to get into a little bit of cyber magic, but I want to cover the basics of Enochian magic. It's time. Since, we are kind of working with the severe, we're also working with the angelic forces. It's time to do a little discussion on that one. I don't know how big of a series that will be. Might only be a few videos because I don't want to get too far into it with you guys. It's not, to me, that's not something, not for beginners at all. There's also some other things I want to work on. Some things that I think is very important, like teaching you guys how to create, why we create items, alphabets, sigils, and stuff like that. Start breaking down the correspondence properties and how they are used and why they're just a tool for a beginner. I've been wanting to do that for a while, so those are just a few things that are coming, but we're far from done with this. Like I said, we got 5 more, 6, probably 7 more videos on learning to walk the tree series. I might break it down to 6. I think I can cover it all in 6. So, look forward to seeing you guys Wednesday night. And for those that just don't think that meditation has a need for it, You might still want to tune in, but if not, I'll see you guys next Monday. Or Jazz. You guys have a wonderful week. Be safe. And with that, I'm going to end the stream before anything else can go wrong.